Okay, this is the grinder that I powered. I took a regular grinder and powered it for grinding chum. And today we're going to do some grinding. These are racks that I have from cleaning fish that I caught. And we're going to grind them up for chum. Okay, so this is 110 volt. And then you just feed them in. Everything. Head, tails. Gotta watch you don't get your fingers. I gotta get something to push it down. It's not real fast, but it does the job, slow and steady. Okay, I'm gonna grind up most of this and I'll get back to you. Okay, we've been grinding now. Got about a quarter of a bucket full. I found that if you put them in head first, they go right in, a lot easier. I forgot how I did it over the years, but that's the way you put them in, head first. It pulls them right in. Now these are mostly grunts. There's a couple of jacks, but the grunts don't have much oil in them. So when we're done, I got bunker oil. I'm gonna mix it with bunker oil to make it a little oily. And then we'll put it into like 2-pound, 3-pound containers and we'll freeze it. But this grinder does really, really good. It jammed up once on me. I had a catfish head, and probably the spines jammed it up. That was the only time it jammed today. But these are going right in there. And like I said, this grinder, the coupling costs me the most money. That was like $20. And the grinder cost me like $5 at a flea market. So the whole setup was like $25. And you can make all the chum you want. You got enough racks to grind, or even if you have bait fish that you caught, you want to grind it. Like porgies, bunker. You could just bring it and then grind it. Freeze it. And then when you're ready to chum in the spring, you're all set to go. This is a whole grunt. I used to grind bunkers. They were about 10, 12 inches long. Sometimes I would cut them in half down the center, take the bait off of them, the backs for bait, and then put the whole fish in. Now, if you guys are planning on doing this at home, making one of these, I don't recommend using your fingers in here. I've been doing this for a long, long time, and I know where the auger is, the screw auger. But if I was you, get a stick or a plastic dowel or something to push down, but not your fingers. Don't do it with your fingers. This is something that's so easy to do. It takes no effort to do this. The skins, everything. All right, guys. We're down to the last couple of pieces. Nice pinfish. I don't know how that got in here. That should have been grouper sandwich bait. Got about 3/4 of a bucket. Now, if you had to buy that, you're probably looking at $40, $50. I don't know. I haven't bought any, but the prices, what they are today. Last one going down. Okie dokie. That's it. We'll pull the nut off. We'll get the blade and screen out and wash everything out. Get the rest of the chum out of here. And then we'll start putting that in containers. Okay, so we got about 3/4 of a bucket. And I put a little water in there when I washed out the grinder. You want a little water to make it soupy. And I put bunker sea oil, porgy oil, whatever you want to call it. About a cup and a half. to give it a little oiliness, because the grunts that I ground, they're on the dry side. So I'm going to mix this up. This reminds me of when I was fishing on party boats. I used to bottom fish on the Dauntless at a Point Pleasant all the time. I mean, I was on that boat every week. I was on it so much, Captain Willie, he was senior, he was the captain. He used to put me to work. He says, "Gary, can you cut me some bait? Gary, can you grind me some chum?" I said, "Sure, Captain Willie." And you know what? Captain Willie made sure Gary was on the fish all day long. That was a little thought from years gone by. That was before I had boats and everything. I used to fish on party boats. All right, so it could be a little bit soupier, but I think I'm gonna leave it like that. And I'm gonna put it in these containers here. Okay guys, this is the finished product. I got some old water containers, gallon containers. I cut them right underneath the handle. So I guess these are probably 4-pound, I would say 4-pound blocks, and they should fit my chum bag. Just drop them right in the chum bag. So this is how you do it. This is not for everybody, and you got to be pretty hardcore to grind your own chum. But like I said, I done this years ago. Now I'm just tapering down, throttling down, and I guess one day I'll just start buying it, and that'll be the end of the chum grinder. But for $25, grind yourself. You could grind all day long if you had the racks, or if you want to buy flats of fish, or if you net your own fish. This is kind of on the small side. If you're really going to grind, you want something bigger. There was a bigger one at the flea market, but they wanted $50 for it, and I probably would have needed more horsepower. But for what I do, this is good enough. A lot of people don't even chum anymore because it brings in sharks and everything. People don't want to be pulling on them all day long. Okay guys, thanks for watching.